In this video, I put ChatGPT to the test by using it to debug real SwiftUI code. From mysterious layout glitches to stubborn navigation issues, I shared my screen and walked through problems that every iOS developer faces. Watch how AI tackles bugs step by step and see if it can really hold up as your new coding partner. You might be surprised by how useful and fast it actually is. Heads up. SwiftUI Prompt Camp is open to enrollment. 90% discount link is down in the description. I will teach you everything about ChatGPT AI that you need to know to excel in SwiftUI. Either learn or work in SwiftUI. More on this later in the video. Okay, so today we are going to talk about bug fixing, how to fix a bug with the help of ChatGPT. Now, let me just show you what I have right over here. I have created a simple navigation link bug project. Of course, it's just a fancy name of saying that this project has some sort of a bug inside of it. And most probably, if you are knowing a little bit about SwiftUI, then you already could spot it. But that's not the whole point. The point here is that, let's say you are a complete beginner, then you definitely don't know what the bug is. And you might most probably write something like this, a code, something that looks like this. So, and it's not the seriousness of the bug that's more important right over here in this tutorial. It's how we are going to fix it. Now, let's just take a look at this code. Let me just have some more room over here. So, most probably, let's just assume that you already know that we have a navigation view, okay? And in there, we have a VStack and a button. And the button has an action. And then we have a navigation link that is, its destination is the detail view. And the text would be go to a detail. Okay, that looks really nice. And it's a little bit confusing what the action is, but maybe I'm assuming, yeah, I'm putting on the role of a junior right over here or a novice. Maybe I'm assuming that we could just do some other actions before or during the transition to the detail view. And of course, the detail view is just a simple text with the detail view. Okay. SwiftUI Prompt Camp is now open, and it's built for developers who want to learn smarter, not harder. Instead of grinding through yet another tutorial playlist, I will show you how to actually master SwiftUI by using AI the right way. This isn't about copying code, it's about learning to prompt like a pro, so you can build faster, solve bugs instantly, and level up with confidence. It's a 4-week live Zoom camp taught by me, where you will learn how to use ChatGPT as your personal mentor. You'll walk away with a real skill set, a personalized learning system, and full control over your SwiftUI growth. And right now, the first 5 students get 90% discount. So you just get it for $199. Spots are going fast, so if you want in, click the link below and save your seat now. So let's run this in the simulator. And most probably you will notice that there's something off right over here. But let's just click over here. So go to detail, here we have a button, and we have detail view, and we can just go back, which is really strange if you know a little bit of things about SwiftUI. So what we have over here is we have the navigation link and then a button. And this is really strange. So let's just see what happens if I put this into ChatGPT, because I'm really curious. I'm not going to tell you the solution right over here, just follow along the tutorial and we are going to get that. But first of all, it is really strange that it is working, and it is really strange that it is actually not working, because this is not good code. So I'm just going to copy this code out. Let's switch back to ChatGPT. There we go. And by the way, we are going to talk about debugging in depth in SwiftUI Prompt Camp. So go ahead and check out the link in the description. There's a huge discount for the first 5 users. Okay, so let's just see. You are a senior SwiftUI developer. And by the way, because I'm starting the prompt like this. I talked about this in my previous video. Go ahead and check out the link for the whole playlist in the description. In the previous video, I'm telling you exactly why you should start your prompt with this. This is my code, but I think it has a bug in it. Advice. Okay, so let me just paste in the code. There we go. And let's just see how this works. I know this is quite rudimentary prompting. I just want to just scratch the surface for now, because we dive deep into how to debug our SwiftUI code in the camp. So yes, there is a bug in your code. You're embedding navigation link inside a button, which causes it not to behave correctly. Yeah, correctly, that's the right word, because it did navigate over there. The problem, navigation link already acts like a button. It means it's meant to be triggered directly. Wrapping it inside the button is redundant and can break the navigation. Okay, so yeah, the redundancy is really important right over here, and can break the navigation. Now, it did not break the navigation. In our case, it was working, but most probably if this was inside a more complex environment, it would break the navigation. The fix, use navigation link on its own. Yes, indeed. So we have the navigation link, navigation view, vstack, and navigation link to the detail view, and then go to a detail. Let's just copy this out, go back to Xcode, and then which one? Yes, paste it in there. Okay, so now let's build and run and see if we basically broke something. Now, I intentionally did this. Once you have some code, you don't want to go through it all at once. You just want to test it out. This is our first step. We are going to test it out. So we removed the button because it was redundant. We just have the navigation link, and see, we do have, again, a button like go to detail text over here. And this is a button. And we went to the detail view, and indeed it is working. It does the same thing, but now we don't have kind of unexpected behavior maybe later on. So let's just read further. Optional. If you really need custom logic before navigation, and you see it's kind of assuming that you do want some custom animation, then you should use a different navigation link. Destination is active, and then you just have an is active state right over here, and toggle the is active state on the button, and set the label as empty view on the navigation link. Okay, let's just check this out. I'm just going to copy this out and then paste it back again over here. And by the way, this is what we are again doing in SwiftUI prompt camp. Okay, we are going to test this thoroughly. Let's just have some print statements over here. Print, and then running some logic, not printf, but running some logic. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just build and run and see if this actually is going to work. Go to detail. Indeed, it says running some logic, and it went to the detail view. Now, most probably you may check, this is on the previous line, so we are setting is active after we print it out. So yeah, we are running some custom logic before we navigate. Really nice. But, and this is really important, this is my final tip over here, lots more is covered in the SwiftUI prompt camp. What's over here? It says, init destination is active and label was deprecated in iOS 16. Use navigation link, value, and label, or navigation destination is presented with destination inside navigation stack or navigation split view. But we have navigation view. Now, this, because I already know, is some deprecated code. Navigation view is left behind, and all we have is navigation stack. You could just ask ChatGPT, what is the difference between navigation view and navigation stack? And it will just say that's the old version and this is the latest version. So let's just say, and most probably that's what you want to use the latest one, so navigation stack. So what prompt or what should you actually add to the prompt to make sure that you are getting the latest API? And inside the navigation prompt camp, we have these lists of pre-built prompts, kind of a cheat sheet that you could just append or just prepend basically to your prompt. And I'm just going to copy one out that is really relevant right over here. And I'm going to paste it in. So act as a senior SwiftUI developer using the latest SwiftUI API, iOS 17 plus, Xcode 15 plus. Avoid deprecated use. Use navigation stack, observation, modern data flow, and updated modifiers only. And then you could just add in whatever you'd like. I would also add in here, and maybe if we are getting some bad questions, I would also add search the web if necessary, because ChatGPT's models are capped. I believe it was like something, basically not iOS 17. Less than iOS 17. That's why it's giving navigation via navigation link for the answer. Anyway, maybe you want to search the web, but all of these tips again are inside SwiftUI prompt camp. So give me back the code for the latest answer. Okay, so let's see if it's just going to refactor it in a proper way. Okay, let's just see that. Absolutely. Here's the modern SwiftUI 5 navigation stack and all of that stuff. Okay, so we have a navigation link, go to detailed, and the value is detail. Navigation destination for a string. If value equals to detail, we go to the detail view. And basically that's it. Let's just double check. Because of my expertise, of course, I already know that this should definitely work. So let's just paste that in there. And let's just see how this looks like. Let's build and run. And we have the go to detail button. Go to detail, it goes to the detail. Really, really nice. Okay, of course, we do not have action because before the navigation link, and we might ask ChatGPT to do so, but actually it's quite hard to add that, but maybe you are going to get an answer. This is more than enough for this tutorial to debug some, code and get the right answer. And of course, the up-to-date answer as of the latest APIs. Now, if you did like this type of tutorials, go ahead and also check out SwiftUI Prompt Can. The link is down in the description. Also, this video has been sponsored by Tenjin ROI one-on-one. Their link is in the description too.